Our Heart Vitality Tonic is the true heart health tonic. It is great for strengthening your heart, lowering high blood pressure, and even helps with greater mental clarity. And the things that are in it even taste good. So there's no excuse not to be taking this one regularly. Yeah. We have a friend who's in her 70s and she takes this every day and has almost been able to get off of her high blood pressure medications. So any type of blood pressure or heart issue, this is the great one for. Part of what makes it taste so good is by the time you're done making the entire tincture, you've added hawthorn berry syrup, and it's about 60% hawthorn berry syrup in the end. Hawthorn berries are really the master herb for the heart, and we just can't get enough of that in our diet when we're really trying to keep our heart healthy or improve our heart health. This tincture is just full of bioflavonoids, antioxidants, nutrients, and active compounds that just help transform our heart over time.
And it's a great one to have in April because April's Heart Month. So if you've followed our Rotate Your Way to Health series, you'll know that we really want to work on strengthening our heart in April. So I don't feel like I have any heart condition. Of course, I want to keep my heart active and healthy, but I will take it throughout April because I know that's the month to strengthen my heart. Mm-hmm. This is a lot more involved than most tinctures, so we'll put that out on the table right now. It's gonna take some time. There's the tincture portion, which is where you take all the herbs, put them in the vodka, and let them sit for a couple weeks. Then you've got to have a couple pounds of hawthorn berries, and we use dried hawthorn berries. So if you know where there's a hawthorn berry tree, you can totally gather your own and dry them, or you can purchase them at most herb shops. So it's a little bit more expensive than most of your tinctures just because you're adding those berries. What you'll do with the hawthorn berries, it's all in the instructions, but you'll soak them and then take the water from that, and then you'll mash the berries and soak them again. And eventually you have this hawthorn berry syrup that's kind of thin, of course, because you use a lot of water. And then you're gonna cook it, and it's gonna take hours. It'll take like all day, and you let that water evaporate off, and you'll end up with a really thick hawthorn berry syrup. When you are done cooking down the hawthorn berry syrup and you have this thick liquid, then you do actually add a couple things to it. You add a couple cups of glycerin and a couple cups of brandy, which is a different type of alcohol, but it will help keep that shelf stable. So this hawthorn berry syrup can actually sit out at room temperature for years and be just fine. And then that's what you use to mix with the tincture and have the full effect of both. And the dosage is a little higher on this. It's like half a teaspoon to maybe even a teaspoon a day rather than just a couple dropperfuls, because you've got more syrup and less actual tincture in there. With any tincture, you're gonna need to take it for a month or 2 months to really start to tell the difference. But then it'll be so amazing to feel the effects of this, especially if you have a heart condition. We also have a friend who had a heart attack at a very young age, and she can totally tell the difference when she's taking the heart tincture versus not taking the heart tincture. So she loves to take it all the time, but it's strengthening her heart as she's been taking it throughout this past year, and she can tell. With herbs, you're in it for the long game, and you're in it for your body to be able to balance and really heal. So it's worth it. It's worth the time you put into it.